Morote Dori. This technique is almost identical to the previous one. Step in as you bend your elbow and drive the elbow through and upward. Again, notice how the movement is straight into the uke, driving your energy from the hips upward as you bend your elbow. Shomenuchi Ikkyo. Block, strike to the ribs. You slide forward and place one hand on the uke's wrist, the other on his elbow. As you move forward, you push the uke's elbow towards his face, as you see here, and break his balance. As you break his balance, you're stepping through. Block, strike, then the elbow, step forward, and drive down. Again, the movement comes from your center. As you block, strike, and drive him forward, the energy comes from your hips, your center line. You control the uke on the ground. Watch the drive here. This is all done in one fluid motion. You should try not to compartmentalize each movement. You block, strike, and you drive through and forward, thereby felling the uke. The control on the ground is obtained by applying pressure on the elbow and the wrist. Shomenuchi Iriminagi. Move in a circular motion, deflect the attack, draw the uke's head to your shoulder, and then you reverse your direction. Notice the deflection. See how the head is drawn into the shoulder and the direction of my movement is changed. Draw him in, reverse, and drop. Deflect in a circle and drop. As you see, again the movement is from the center. Deflect, draw, circular, and reverse the direction and throw the UK backward. Takubidori Shihonagi. You begin this movement with a wrist control. Project with your hips, energy up through the uke's hand and arm. Move across and in front of the uke. Draw his arm over your head. Bend it backwards and drop him. The control at this point is most important. Maintain the pressure on that elbow and the wrist. As you pivot, you bring his arm around and over your head and throw him to the rear. Ryotodori Tenchinagi. You slide forward and extend your left hand down and your right hand up. At the same time, you step towards the uke. As you step towards him and behind him, you drive him back. The fingers of your left hand should be pointing down, and the fingers of your right hand are pointing up. Notice how the follow-through step here is diagonal. It's not necessarily straight back. Step, left hand down, right up, unbalance him, step through, and throw. Nune ski, kotegesh. You evade the attack, grab the uke's wrist as he steps to the side, you reverse your direction and apply a wrist twist. Evade with a semicircular movement, reverse your direction and apply a wrist twist. Notice the wrist twist is applied in a very small circle. Morote dori, kokyo ho. Bend your elbow, drop your center as you move in and behind the uke. Simultaneously, you extend your arm and throw the uke to his rear. Your arm is driven across the uke's neck or upper chest area. Again, you maintain your center and you drive him back. Side step, drop your center, pick up your center, extend your arm across the uke's chest. Again, notice how the hand is energized. The whole arm is energized. Ushiro Takubidori, Kotegash. Step forward and simultaneously grab the uke's wrist. You then pivot with your entire body and step out, thereby breaking uke's grip, and you apply the wrist twist. Turn, grab uke's wrist, kick, apply the wrist twist. As you turn, grab the uke's wrist for control, kick, and then do the kotegash. On the ground, you control the opponent with a hammerlock. Ryote Dori, wrist projection. Maintain your center. Bring your palms together and drive the tips of your fingers towards the uke's throat as you raise your hips, thereby throwing the uke to his rear. All your energy should be driven through your hips, up through your arms, coming out your fingertips. The uke grabs very strongly, not necessarily resisting the technique, but with a strong grab. The hands, as you can see, have to be energized. You have to project that energy forward. Munedori Yokomenuchi, Juji Rame. Block the strike with your left arm. Bring the uke's arm, the right one, around and underneath his left arm. As you catch it with your right arm, you see here, drive his right arm across the elbow of his left arm and apply pressure, thereby wrapping him up in a cross fashion. You entangle his arms and apply pressure to his elbow by using his other arm. So you see here, the right drawn underneath and across the left elbow, and he's entangled. Again, all your motions are taking the shape of a small circle, both the block, deflection, and the movement on your knees. Ryote Dori, Uraken. As you bring your hands together, you release one and strike with a back fist. You release the hand by working it against the thumb and forefinger of the grabbing hand. Ryote Dori, side unbalancing. Again, drive your fingertips towards Uke's throat, thus unbalancing him. And change the direction of your arms motion to the side, thereby throwing the Uke to either right or the left. The positioning of your hands is always at the Uke's wrist. So your hand blade is driven up, one of your hands comes to your side and the other one is driven in a semicircle. Munedori, Kansetsu Waza. You strike, grab Uke's wrist, pivot to your right side and apply pressure to his elbow with your elbow, thereby applying a bone lock or Kansetsu Waza to his elbow. This can be a controlling technique by applying pressure, or if it's done sharply, you can break the elbow joint. Strike, grab, pivot in a quarter turn and apply pressure to the elbow. Shomenuchi Nikyo. Deflect the Uke strike downward. Strike to his ribs. Drive Uke's hand to your waiting left hand. Bend his wrist towards the inside and apply pressure upwards, as you see here. You then drive his elbow and wrist to your rear and throw him. Make sure you bring him to his toes at this point prior to trying to throw him. The pressure is maintained constant on that wrist, upward. With your right hand, you control the movement of his elbow. Yokomenuchi Shihonagi. Block the strike while grabbing the uke's wrist. Step in with the same side. While driving the uke forward, quickly reverse your direction as you pivot to the outside. You lock the uke's wrist, elbow, and shoulder, and you throw him. Block, strike, step through, you lock the wrist, elbow, and shoulder, and throw. It's very important to maintain the control on that wrist and the elbow at this point so that the movement is not reversed. Haraski Iriminagi. As the uke thrusts to your center, you step directly towards him. Extend your right arm and strike him across his throat. Notice as the uke thrusts, I use my left hand to deflect the attack, thereby avoiding getting hit. Again, this is done with a concerted, unified effort. The entire body moves as one. Ushiro Ryo Katadori. Sankyo. Raise the hand which is grabbed